Have you ever felt completely paralyzed by the sheer number of career paths available to you today? It's a strange modern problem where having every door open feels like being trapped in a hallway. We are told that more choice equals more freedom, but the reality is often the exact opposite. This mental exhaustion isn't just laziness, it's a real cognitive drain. Today, we're uncovering why your brain feels like it's crashing. Let's look at the hidden cost of our endless opportunities. Welcome back. I'm Asia, and today we are diving deep into the science of decision fatigue in the modern workplace. We're going to explore why your brain gets tired of choosing and how you can fix it. You will learn the biological reasons behind your indecision and practical steps to regain focus. By the end of this video, you'll have a roadmap to navigate your career without the mental burnout. Let's get started on this journey to clarity. In the past, career paths were often linear and predictable. But today, the possibilities are infinite. We can be anything, which sounds like a dream, but often turns into a nightmare of what-ifs. Every click on LinkedIn or job site presents a new potential life that we aren't living. This constant comparison creates a background noise in our minds that never truly shuts off. We are living in an era of hyperchoice that our ancestors never had to manage. This abundance is the primary fuel for our modern anxiety. So, what exactly is decision fatigue? It refers to the deteriorating quality of decisions made by an individual after a long session of decision-making. Think of your willpower like a phone battery that slowly drains throughout the day. Every choice, from what to wear to which promotion to chase, saps a little bit of that energy. By the time you need to make a big career move, your battery is in the red. This is why you feel so stuck, even when the answer seems obvious. Biologically, your brain is a massive consumer of glucose, especially when processing complex choices. The prefrontal cortex, which handles logic and planning, is the first to suffer when energy runs low. When this area tires out, your brain starts looking for shortcuts to save energy. This leads to either impulsive choices or total avoidance of decision-making altogether. You aren't being indecisive. Your brain is literally trying to conserve its fuel. Understanding this biology is the first step to overcoming the slump. Previous generations often had their paths chosen for them by tradition or immediate necessity. While that lacked freedom, it provided a structural piece that we have completely lost. Today, the burden of creating yourself falls entirely on your own shoulders. This pressure to find the perfect fit creates a constant state of low-level stress. We aren't just choosing a job, we are choosing an identity, which makes the stakes feel incredibly high. No wonder we feel so exhausted before the workday even begins. Analysis paralysis is the most common symptom of this cognitive overload. You spend so much time weighing the pros and cons that you never actually take a step. You research every possible outcome, fearing that a single wrong move will ruin your future. This over-analysis doesn't lead to better decisions. It only leads to missed opportunities. The time spent worrying about the choice is often more costly than the choice itself. It's a loop of inaction that keeps you standing still while time moves on. Then there is the fear of missing out, or FOMO, which is amplified by social media. You see a peer succeeding in a field you considered, and suddenly your current path feels wrong. We are constantly bombarded with the highlight reels of thousands of different careers. This makes us feel like we are falling behind in a race that doesn't actually exist. The grass always looks greener when you have a high-definition 4K view of everyone else's lawn. This digital noise makes it impossible to hear your own intuition. Regret is the shadow of decision fatigue. Even when we make a good choice, we worry about the paths we didn't take. We enter a what-if cycle that robs us of the satisfaction of our current achievements. This prevents us from fully committing to our current career, which in turn limits our growth. If you are always looking for the exit, you'll never settle in and build something meaningful. True mastery requires the ability to close doors and focus on the one you've walked through. How do you know if you're suffering from decision fatigue? Look for signs like procrastinating on small tasks or feeling irritable over minor choices. Maybe you find yourself unable to choose what to eat for dinner after a day of work. Or perhaps you feel a sense of dread whenever someone asks, "Where do you see yourself in 5 years?" These are all signals that your cognitive load is way too high. Acknowledging these signs is the bridge to changing how you operate daily. Your brain is asking for a break from the constant weighing of options. Many people try to solve this by career hopping, thinking a new environment will fix the fatigue. But unless you change how you make decisions, the fatigue will just follow you to the next job. Career building isn't about finding a path without choices, it's about learning to filter them. Constant switching can actually increase fatigue because you're always in learning mode and choice mode. Building a foundation requires you to stop looking at the horizon and start looking at your feet. Depth often provides more satisfaction than breadth. The first step to combat this is radical prioritization. You have to decide what actually matters and ignore the rest with extreme prejudice. Not every opportunity is a good opportunity, even if it looks lucrative on paper. Create a small list of non-negotiables for your life and career to act as a compass. If an option doesn't align with these core values, it doesn't even deserve a second of your thought. By shrinking your world, you actually expand your ability to succeed in it. Focus is the ultimate superpower in an age of distraction. Routine is your greatest shield against decision fatigue. By automating the small things, you save your mental energy for the big career moves. Think about successful people who wear the same style of outfit every single day. They aren't boring, they are just protecting their cognitive resources for things that matter. Try to schedule your most difficult decisions for the morning when your glucose levels are high. Set a decision diet where you limit the amount of new information you consume daily. Structure creates the freedom your brain is craving. Setting personal boundaries is also essential for mental clarity. This means learning to say no to good things so you can say yes to great things. Many of us suffer because we try to keep every door ajar, just in case. But an open door creates a draft that chills your focus and drains your warmth. It's okay to let an opportunity pass if it doesn't fit your current season of life. Boundaries are not cages. They are the walls of a greenhouse that allow you to grow. Protect your mental space as fiercely as you protect your time. Learn to embrace the power of good enough. In a world of perfectionists, the satisficer is often much happier than the maximizer. A maximizer wants the absolute best and will exhaust themselves to find it. A satisficer knows their criteria and stops looking once they find something that meets them. This doesn't mean settling for less, it means knowing the value of your own time. Most career decisions are reversible, so don't treat every choice like it's written in stone. Done is often better than perfect when it comes to moving forward. Focus on your values rather than the specific job titles. Titles change and industries evolve, but your core values remain constant. When you know who you are, the what becomes much easier to decide. Ask yourself, does this path allow me to help people, solve problems, or create beauty? If the answer aligns with your soul, the fatigue of choosing starts to melt away. You're no longer comparing salaries, you're comparing alignments. This shift in perspective turns a stressful choice into a meaningful commitment. Regaining mental clarity is a practice, not a one-time event. It requires you to step away from the noise and listen to the silence occasionally. Take breaks where you aren't consuming any information. No podcasts, no news, no social media. Give your prefrontal cortex the space to breathe and reset its energy levels. You'll find that the right career moves often become clear when you stop looking for them so hard. Your mind is a garden that needs tending, not a machine that needs constant upgrading. Trust the process and trust your ability to navigate the path. Remember, the goal isn't to have every opportunity, but to have the right one for you. Having too many choices is a privilege, but managing them is a skill you must master to stay sane. Don't let the abundance of the world rob you of your internal peace and focus. You have the power to simplify your life and make decisions that truly count. Start today by making one less choice and trusting the path you are already on. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of the mind and career. I'll see you next one.